Hey Hastings, welcome to today's Explainer, brought to you by HastingsNow.com. We're looking at Tuesday, July 14th, 2026. We've got a gorgeous, factual look at today's weather, plus a really cool trip back in time that I know you locals are going to love watching. Okay, let's dive right into this. Right off the bat, our big number today is 99. You guys, it's absolutely going to be a sunscreen, water bottle, and find the shade kind of day here in Hastings. The actual high is creeping up near 95 degrees, but we've only got this really light west-southwest breeze, maybe 5 to 10 miles an hour, so it's really not going to give us much relief. You factor all that in, and our heat index is pushing a staggering 99 degrees. And, well, because of those soaring temperatures, the National Weather Service officially issued an extreme heat warning that covers us here in Hastings and all of Dakota County, running all the way through 9 p.m. this Thursday. The stakes are definitely high with this one, folks. The afternoon heat means business. So if you've got outdoor errands, or maybe you were climbing a nice walk down by the river, you're going to be way more comfortable and honestly way safer knocking those out early in the morning. So how do we adapt? The National Weather Service laid out some super practical safety advice we really all need to be following today. First up, wear light, loose-fitting clothes, and seriously, bring water with you everywhere. Next, like we just talked about, front-load your day. Schedule the outdoor work and walks for those cooler morning hours. Also, take frequent breaks in the shade, or even better, blast that AC. And please, I literally cannot emphasize this enough. Never, ever leave kids or pets in an unattended vehicle. I actually want to pause on this exact quote right from our weather sources. Check in on someone who may need help staying cool. This is really where we step up as a community. Extreme heat is just incredibly tough on older fucks or anyone without reliable air conditioning. Take a second today, give your relatives a call, knock on your neighbor's door, and just make sure they've got what they need. A quick check-in goes such a long way on a day like today. Okay, to lighten the mood just a bit while we're all sweating this out, here's the weather joke of the day from Hastings Now. Tuesday will be so hot downtown that even the red patio umbrellas might ask to sit in the shade. I mean, anyone who's spent a July afternoon on a sunny Minnesota patio knows exactly how those umbrellas are feeling right about now. Moving on to our next section, on this date, a little time capsule. Let's start right here in our own backyard. Now, what's really interesting here is putting today into perspective. Because no matter how sweltering 95 degrees feels right now, we've actually been through worse, like a lot worse. Exactly 90 years ago today, July 14th, 1936, the Twin Cities reached an all-time unmatched record high of 108 degrees Fahrenheit. It's a pretty striking reminder that weather history sometimes feels surprisingly close to home, doesn't it? And this brilliantly illustrates just how intense things can get. The Minnesota DNR notes that the July 1936 heatwave wasn't just a one-off hot day. It brought 5 consecutive days at or above 105 degrees to the Twin Cities area. That July 14th record, it remains completely unmatched in state records dating all the way back to the 1870s. So hey, while we're definitely sweating today, we can at least be super grateful we aren't dealing with those 1936 numbers. All right, zooming out from our local Minnesota heat history, we can map out some massive global milestones that all share this very same date, July 14th. We've got 1789, our local 1936 record, 1965, and of course, our current forecast here in 2026. So jumping way back to 1789, July 14th marks Bastille Day. According to the Library of Congress, this was the day Parisians stormed the Bastille, which was this fortress prison that had become a towering symbol of royal power. Its capture totally helped ignite the French Revolution. Today, it stands as France's national holiday, forever associated with both the revolution itself and this enduring sense of French national unity. Then, skipping ahead to 1965, we're leaving Earth entirely. On July 14th, NASA's Mariner 4 spacecraft made its closest approach to Mars. The Jet Propulsion Lab notes that this spacecraft captured the very first close-up photographs of another planet. It revealed this cratered, completely desolate Martian landscape, which is, a pretty stark contrast to our hot Minnesota summer. But it opened up an entirely new chapter in planetary exploration. Just think about it, this was an incredible journey for a camera long before any of us could just tap a button and share a photo instantly. As we wrap things up, I definitely want to highlight the sources that made today's explainer possible. We pulled from the National Weather Service, the Minnesota DNR, the Library of Congress, and NASA JPL. Keep in mind, especially on days with extreme heat warnings, weather changes fast. Summer storms can pop up literally out of nowhere. So please, always check those official alerts and your local radar before you head out the door. Which brings us to our final thought for the day. From the storming of the Bastille to photographing Mars to surviving a 99-degree heat index right here at home, every single day makes history. So what new frontiers will we share tomorrow? Stay safe, stay cool out there, and be sure to check back with HastingsNow.com tomorrow for your next local forecast and time capsule. Thanks so much for joining this explainer.